So the current bridge that's popular for PulseChain is a multi-chain, right?
Correct.
So we can move things from Ethereum. That happens to be the most popular. We used to be on Ethereum exclusively as hexagons,
Right.
And now a lot of our trading is on PulseChain for transaction cost and trust in that bridge, right?
Right.
Is it possible? It's like this price action that's been happening with Pulse wrapped Bitcoin. Just in the past day, it's doubled in price, right? That's speculation.
Yeah.
That's people taking it from $80, which is a copy of wrapped Bitcoin from Ethereum when the fork happened. You said things about Phantom, different chain.
Yep.
Do you think it's good marketing to be able to trade Phantom on PulseChain because it's wrapped Phantom? Do you think it's a good thing to synergize marketing? Because people are going to talk about Phantom and you can hashtag Phantom and it's the real Phantom.
Right.
If it is wrapped and available on PulseChain, at least it's marketing. What are your thoughts?
It's as long as it's accepted in the, so if it's accepted in the, like, because we don't want, like, this is not taking shots at PDI or anything of this stuff, but you need that asset to be at the same rough price.
Yeah.
It can be off a couple cents, that's fine, but same rough price. So we need people to be able to bridge in wrapped. There's basically Phantom, right? Same price. And if that can be bridged into PulseChain and people can buy and sell it on there, I think I think we should have Solana, we should have AVAX, we should have all these coins, right? Which is good because that allows another market, and then eventually these bridges are like, well, they're accepting our assets over here, and
right.
What we saw on launch, and again, there was some anonymous person that paired and was LP with Pepe, right? In the origin of PulseChain's launch, there's experiment there, farms and so forth. Mm-hmm. What I saw the Pepe people say is that's not the real Pepe. Go over there and just sell your copy of Pepe and just sell it.
Right.
But wrapped Pepe on PulseChain, I think would do well.
Yeah.
Because it's still the same degeneracy, but it's a lower transaction cost. Right. It's still the same market. It's still the same supply being sequestered or being over on this other chain. It's not Pepe people. I don't think are necessarily only Ethereum diehards. They want Pepe because the price is going up and there's motion.
They'll follow where the money is, right?
So like the bridge, like people are looking for new projects, they're looking for new things basically to build on PulseChain. One of those things I haven't seen that I would like to see is more bridge of other assets tradable on PulseChain.
Well, I think what you should probably assume, right, is those people that come over, right, if there's like places they can stake it, places they can leverage it, stuff like this, they'll come over and they'll make some money. And you just expect maybe like 80% of them to leave with their money off chain and 20% to stay. And then as you get that, it's a compounding effect over time, right?
Well, I also think it'd be cool, like, this is what we did with Hex, right, on Polygon. Do you guys remember that back in the last cycle?
Yeah.
We tried to get it on there because ETH fees are going to be insane, and they are right now again. So, but I haven't seen any other community like Shiba, for example. They totally could bridge all their liquidity over into PulseChain and then trade for no fees.
Well, isn't that interesting? It's like we wanted Hex on other people's platforms. Now it's like, no, you guys come to us.
Yeah, come to ours. That's the idea.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's just, Lane, here's like we need 3 Paramounts or 3 of the talk in terms of like, all right, there's like 3 big places to get yield on PulseChain right now, right? It's PulseX, 9inch, and then there's Flux, right?
Yeah.
And if there's they don't have to go crazy with any crazy amounts of yield and height, but like if there is some places where they're able to then be able to do Phantom, PulseChain, Phantom, 9inch, Phantom, this, or whatever the coin, whoever community is coming over. Same thing with Flux, same thing with that. That makes a competitive yield farm market. And then people want to do, and they're like earning coins, and then damn, this coin's going up a lot.
And then they start talking.
And they bring in more people. Like, bro, I just fucking made $40,000 yield farming over here. What the fuck? This coin, it was only like $5,000.
Right.
Like in coins I got, and that's when people start telling all their guys or all their groups, and then money flows in.
Well, that was one of the things that Richard really, when he was only before PulseChain existed, talked about. There's more wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum than on Lightning. Yeah, that was a big thing, right? And because people could get behind the product or the narrative or the supply of Bitcoin, but happening to be on a cheaper chain at the time, this idea of on Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
So I think that we could again expand the market, the utility of PulseChain by simply building or enabling wrapped bridges.
Right. Well, and when you get some of that liquidity to stay on chain after a certain amount of time, you're going to get VCs, you're going to get hedge funds, you're going to get projects, probably from like OGs in Ethereum,
right,
that they're going to be like, okay, there's enough money in that market now that I'm just going to go into that sandbox. And I'm going to create, you know, like a lot of the stuff that's happening on Avalanche, right? Like I'm going to create, you know, stuff here and there, because eventually we'll have interoperability and everybody will be able to move chains much easier. But for right now, people are like, okay, the easier we can make it for people to come in, for new developers to come in, that kind of thing, like that's really what's going to grow the community.